a lot of urban myths about the Australian taxation offices. One of them is that their official status is somebody you owe money to. The Australian Taxation Office is a creditor, and if your company finds itself in the unfortunate situation of having to go into liquidation, the Australian Taxation Office is just another unsecured creditor, lining up with the rest of the unsecured creditors. If you're a sole trader or trade in partnership, and you have outstanding monies owing, the ATO will line up with the rest of your creditors to try and chase you personally for those monies.
In my experience, I've found that the Australian Taxation Office is a mature, well-organised and professional organisation to deal with. They have a lot of power to collect taxes if they need to, but generally speaking, for most of you, your connection with the ATO will be little. You'll pay your BASs, you'll pay your PAYG, you'll lodge your annual returns, you'll either get a refund or you'll pay some money. And occasionally you'll come across an audit, either in terms of GST or superannuation or PAYG. You need to be highly organised when you're dealing with the ATO on an audit. Generally, for a lot of companies and businesses, they find from time to time they're unable to pay their BAS. A simple call to the ATO and asking a manager to file note the fact that you'll be paying in X number of weeks after lodging the BAS will take care of it. Things start to change when you fall behind in paying the ATO. Slowly, you'll have people start calling you, insisting on a payment plan, or wanting to discuss your affairs with them. I've always found that it's important to be honest and upfront with the ATO when you're dealing with them. Another important fact is that you should always make sure that you never make a promise you can't keep. That will be file noted. Your relationship with the Australian Taxation Office can change quite radically if you start falling behind in payments. The timing varies from case to case, but sooner or later the Australian Taxation Office will have somebody call you to ask about your particular lodgements or debts or your compliance. It's important that you answer phone calls and you don't hide, because eventually you could end up with directors' penalty notices, creditors' statutory demands, court writs, wind-up action, and even bankruptcy notices. So, if you're dealing with the Australian Taxation Office and you think you've got a problem, it's important to seek professional advice, because you need to make sure that you manage your situation very well. Don't run and hide from it. After many years of dealing with the Australian Taxation Office, we've found that honesty, but sticking to your guns, and letting them know exactly your true position once you've discovered it, is important. We've managed to repair a lot of bad relationships for clients who have managed to upset the Australian Taxation Office simply by asking for time and working with them. So, the Australian Taxation Office is there to collect money, to service the people of Australia, and they are going to get on with their job.